Hello and welcome, guys. I'm hoping this will be the first of many fishing videos. Today I'm going to be talking about why I enjoy fishing and what got me into it. Thank you for watching, first of all, and let's get to it. We moved to Oklahoma when I was 13 years old. Before that, I don't think I had ever fished, honestly, or at least not that I have any recollection of. But yeah, once we moved here, my dad started fishing again. Apparently he used to fish all the time when he lived in Mexico, but he didn't really do it much in Dallas, so I never really went fishing before that. Anyway, he would go fishing, I'd go with him, we'd catch a bunch of fish. He would catch some huge catfish, which was always nice. He was always, I don't know, man, I guess he just loved it. Like, he would sit there and literally have this string or have the line in his hand, and he would fight them with his hands. Like, he didn't like using a pole when it was a big fish. And I have no idea why that is, but, you know, this is definitely different. But then wintertime would come around, you know, and man, that's when the fish are really lethargic. They're not really active. And so, you know, it's hard to catch them. It can you can lose interest in it because you're not really catching fish, you know. But yeah, I just wish I would have kept going fishing with him. Who knows how many fish I would have caught. But yeah, I started fishing again last year, the beginning of last year. Man, I caught so many fish last year. So many fish. And it was crazy because, you know, I would just watch videos, certain ways you can rig up your hooks or your baits. And they were different, you know. There were styles that I had never seen. And I was like, there's no way you can catch fish like that, right? I would always wonder that as a kid, too. I'd see some of these baits that I use now as a kid, and I would look at them and just be like, how does anyone catch anything on these? Because I just didn't know how to present them. But yeah, that's one thing I do want to try to do is, you know, on one of these videos that I end up making, is showing y'all how to rig up different baits, different styles of rigging, like T-rig or a Ned rig or a wacky rig. They're all fairly simple. It's just knowing how to tie them on. But yeah, I mean, that's really what got me back into it last year. I even went fishing out in the cold this year with my friend Zach on his boat, which was not something I'd see myself doing, but, you know, it's just something that I really enjoy doing now. I like being out and about in the open, or like out in nature, just seeing things, hearing the noises, hearing the water. It's just fun, you know. Walking around everywhere kind of keeps you in shape. I wouldn't know. I don't know if that's true or not, you know. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. And I honestly have to thank my friend Zach for getting me back into it. You know, he asked me last year if I liked fishing, and I said I had been fishing a few times. Not a few times, I had been fishing before with my dad a long time ago, but I just hadn't really been into it anymore. And he ended up taking me fishing one day. And what do you know? Sat there on the same bank. I sat there on the same bank for like, what was it? I'm gonna say like an hour, just casting the same bait, you know, trying to catch something. And finally I got a fish. And man, that just brought like all the excitement back. And I started going all the time. there's a certain spot that me and him know of that has some pretty big fish, and we would go there often. And last year during the spawn, it was crazy. He caught some pretty big fish. I caught like a 5-pounder out there. He caught a few 5 and 6 pounders out there. So yeah, I mean, it's just exciting. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain the feeling. It's just the excitement that comes to you, the fun that's in it, you know. But yeah, I encourage y'all to try it out sometime. Get out there and just throw a line, you know. If you really want to get into it, like really into it, where to fish, where you should fish, and all that. I'm sure I'll make some videos eventually talking about that, but you can always look them up on YouTube too. Also, I'm out here fishing today, trying to catch a fish for this video, but I really don't know if that's gonna happen because water's still a little cold. I really don't know where the fish are, to be honest with you, at the moment. I'm not a good wintertime fisherman, to be honest with you, but I plan to be one day, you know, hopefully. Yeah, you'll probably also see me on different parts of the lake as I talk about different stuff. All right, we are at a different part of the lake, and I just wanted to continue talking about why I enjoy fishing. I mean, I already talked about my dad and his love for fishing and him always taking me when I was younger. That's how I was going to Overhoser, catching a bunch of fish, you know, all that. But another reason I would have to say that I like it, oh no, I went over the branch right there. Another reason I'd have to say I like it is because of everywhere I get to see. Like, how do I say this? Everywhere I get to see, as in the places I get to go fish, or some of the places I get to fish, it's just interesting, you know, being able to walk around, see what's out there, see new things. It keeps me active, you know, not just sitting at home doing nothing. So yeah, I mean, those are all reasons I enjoy it. Being able to go out to different parts of the state and fish different lakes, that's exciting. For me, at least, you know, being out on my kayak, man, it's just like, how would I say, it's, what is the word? It is, I can't even think of the word right now, okay? If it comes to mind, I'll put it out there, but yeah, I plan to fish some tournaments this year, hopefully, on my kayak. Maybe I can win some, you know? But yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Oh, I just hit my camera. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. It's another reason I enjoy fishing is because actually having to find the fish can be hard, you know? People think it's easy, or sometimes you might think it's easy based off of people's videos and stuff, if you watch fishing videos. But yeah, it's not always like that, you know? There's times where you don't catch a fish for like an hour or two, and you catch one, and you won't catch one for another hour. It's just all about spotting them, figuring out where they are. They like cover. When they're cold, they go to deeper water. In the summer, they go to deeper water as well to find the cooler water. But yeah, man, it's just finding them, you know, figuring out where they are. And that's another thing that man, it's so exciting. It's like throwing your bait. You throw your bait somewhere you think there's gonna be a fish, and you end up catching a fish there. It's how do you say it? It's exciting. I guess that's the correct word, the only word I can use. It's exciting because, you know, you're putting in the work behind the scenes, trying to figure out what to do, where to fish, and all that. And then you go out there and try it out. I'm gonna change this bait because the reel's kind of messed up, I'm pretty sure. I don't know what's wrong with this reel. It's been doing that for a while. But yeah, I mean, you're putting in all this work behind the scenes, you know, trying to figure out what to do, what you can use, figure out new techniques you can use, new ways to fish, all of that. And then you go out there on the water and you try it, and it works. And it's just like, I wouldn't say surreal, it's just, how do you put it? You feel accomplished, I guess would be the correct thing to say here. You definitely feel accomplished because, you know, like, yeah, I don't even know how to explain that, honestly, any better. You just feel accomplished, and feels like all that work, all that trying to figure out what to do, where they could be, figuring it out, all of that, it just feels like it pays off, you know. It's definitely worth it. I'm really hoping this is one of many videos, the first of many videos that I make, and I hope you guys, you know, watch my channel or my videos. It may not be too interesting right now, but once we hit certain temperatures in the water, about 50 degrees, 55 degrees, it's gonna start getting a lot better, and it keeps going all the way to winter. So yes, just bear with me on these first videos. They're gonna be a little slow. I was fishing here one time with my friend Zach, and I caught a fish on topwater, and this was actually the first time I think I've almost got a hook fully into my hand. As in, it looked like it was past the bar, but somehow it fell out of my hand, so that was nice. I didn't have to pull it out or yank it out or go to the doctor, you know, because that would have sucked. But, I mean, if I would have had to, you know, I would have had to go. It's not much I can do about that. No, come on now. Did I just shake that stuff out of the tree? I sure did. But yeah, hopefully I can get on a fish at some point in this video. If not, you know, this is my first video, and I mainly just wanted to explain to y'all, or, you know, get out there. This is something entirely new for me, and like, this is me stepping out of my comfort zone, honestly. But I'm trying, and I'm gonna try to keep making videos for y'all. Hopefully you guys enjoy them.